Hey everyone, I'm going to do a video on plantain. As you can see, harvested a bunch of plantain today. So this plantain is the Plantago major, which is the broadleaf plantain. So there are three different types of plantain. I've only really seen the narrow leaf plantain, which is the Plantago lanceolata, and the other is a black seeded plantain, Plantago rugelli. I'm not very good with my Latin names, so bear with me. The one that is the black seeded one, I believe, has the red leaves. I could be mistaken, but I don't really use a whole lot of that one. If it is here, it's very, very little bit. I more use the broadleaf, which is this one here. I don't have any of the narrow leaf here. I didn't see any. This is the one that is your most common one that you're going to find. But they're all interchangeably used, so if you do pick one and it's stuck in the pile, it's fine. It's not going to hurt you. You're using it medicinally the same way, so no worries there. But now is the time to be doing your plantain. Our nights are getting cooler. We did have a hot spell. And you know, the wet moisture from the air, lots of rain. What's happening is you'll get that powdery mildew on your plants and they're just gonna start going the other way. So pick your plantain, hang it up, dry it. I like to do it, I like having my lines out here, you know. Some people hang clothes, I hang up my herbs. I've had these lines for a long time. This is how we dried our hemp, but I love leaving them up because it's always convenient for who knows, you know, herbs. Something happens with your laundry, you have a backup, something to hang your clothes on. So this is exciting. I was able to finish all the plantain. I might have a few here and there to do later on, but I'll let these dry for a little bit. Maybe even till tomorrow. They won't completely 100% dry because it's very wet out. They'll just keep reconstituting. So I will take them down little by little and put them in a dehydrator. They take 12-24 hours to dry. But I want to tell you what I do. So these guys, what I'll do is I pull them off, and the stalks I cut right here. I'll cut the stalk and then I'll chop up the stalk into a few different pieces and I dry them separately. Look at how thick this stalk is. Like, this stalk will take a lot longer to dry than the leaf. The leaf will be done in, like, if I put it in today, it'll be done about the same time today. Tomorrow, the leaves will be dried on low air, not heat. If you put them on heat, these will turn black. So that you're going to ruin your herb. So just put it on air. Maybe just a little bit of warm, not too hot. If you can help it, just leave it on the air and they'll dry really quickly and they'll be nice and green. I cut them right up, and then I take the stalk and I cut it in like 3 pieces, and then I put the stalks on a separate tray. And I have 2 dehydrators, and I'll dry the other ones, which will take a lot longer. They'll take like probably 24 hours, where these would take 16 hours for the leaves. So yeah, when I soak them, I take my big wheelbarrow and I fill it, and I put a little bit of food grade peroxide, just in case there is any little bit of mold or anything. Well, the powdery mildew mold, and then what I do is rinse them and do a double rinse into clean water after that. Even though the food grade peroxide is fine, it's not going to hurt you, but you're only using a small amount. And then hang them up and, you know, leave them whole so they can be hung up really nicely. I cut off all the tops. The tops are medicinal. I cut off all the roots. The roots are medicinal. The seeds are medicinal. So they'll all be separated into different bags. So there's quite a bit of plantain here, and there's 4 rows here. And this took about 3 hours to dig up, wash, dry, wash, hang up, and have it all ready to put in the dehydrators and go from there. So now's the time to be pulling all your plantains so that you don't have any issues with it getting any of the powdery mildew on it or black mold, or you don't want to be messing around that with your medicine. See, the bugs are really, they're getting hungry, so. And those are the caterpillars. I did find a couple caterpillar on them. So yeah, short little video. Wanted to show you how fun this is. It looks great. Hang it up. See it all? Dry it. You know. Store it for the winter for whatever you're making. Also, your dandelion, same thing. You have your roots. I'll be extracting the roots and the leaves. They're going to start getting that powdery mildew on it, and just go through and pull off any of the leaves that look like, you know, they're gone by. And I'll be at this till probably late tonight, cutting these up and prepping them. But you want to get your extracts going with your fresh roots. Now's a good time. So if you pick your roots in the springtime, you're going to get a different property. So in the fall, when you pick your roots, you're getting more medicinal because there's no flowers. The flowers are gone. The energy is now to the roots. You're going to get a different property when you're making your extracts. So the fall is a really good time. I wouldn't say we're in fall, but you know, the flowers are gone by. And another topic is the garlic that we're harvesting right now to get ready to put in the ground for this fall, which doesn't go in until November, or end of October, beginning of November, depending on how the weather is. So back to the plantain. Harvest your plantain. I separate all of the roots are separate from the leaves. The stalks are separate, and the seed stalks are separate, also in a different bag. All right, guys. Just gonna sign off now. Don't need to ramble any longer. You get the idea. Get out and do the work. It only took me 3 hours to do this, but then there's the process time of drying. So the initial part is done. Now there's part 2. All right, have a great evening. Make sure you share with your friends. I do have a YouTube channel. A lot of people don't know I have a YouTube channel, Vermont Pure Herbs, and the website is vermontpureherbs.com. Make sure you spell out Vermont, and also Instagram, and I also have a Facebook that is just Vermont Pure Herbs, so you can go on and share videos that I post and things like that. And don't forget these guys, the ones that are really tender. It just popped out at me, I saw it. You can save these, put them in your refrigerator or freezer, and you can eat these as an edible, or you can pickle them. There's not enough here for me to pickle. I suppose if I found a handful of them, I could pickle them, just to do it as an example. I may go through and see if I can find some that are, you know, enough to do some pickles with. Pickles are fun. Great way to store things too. All right, guys, have a great day and enjoy the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.